Good evening and welcome to another edition of Kim's Corner. I'm Kim Brown, your host, and today I have with me Mr. Ron Schober, who is the Executive Director of the Goodwill Rescue Mission. So tell us a little bit about yourself and then we'll talk about the Goodwill
Sure.
Mission.
I've been here 3.5 years, and I was in the pharmaceutical industry for 35 years
Oh,
before
really?
coming here, yeah. And, it was one of those things where I worked for a major pharmaceutical company, and they laid about 20,000 of us off worldwide, and I was out of work for 2.5 years. And, I prayed every day or every week with a friend of mine who was on the board here for God to provide a job here, and or not here, but for me. And God opened the door here. And so I've been here for 3.5 years, and it's been just a wonderful experience for me, really understanding that to see God's fingerprints every day.
Okay. So how long has Goodwill been around?
Goodwill was started in 1896.
Wow.
Robert Ballantyne made some
From Ballantyne
from
Ale?
Ballantyne Breweries. He was one of the wealthy men from the 1890s or so. So, the mission was started in 1896 by Robert Ballantyne. He was the brewer, the brewery family from the Ballantyne Beer Company, and they set some seed money up here for the mission to start a mission for men, a homeless shelter for men.
So is that how it originally started, as a homeless shelter for men?
It was. The shelters were started after the Civil War, and for men coming home from the war, and a lot of men had drinking problems, and came out of that whole movement after the Civil War to help men in need.
Okay, so a lot of them, I guess they were homeless when they came back, or
Yeah.
just didn't have any services.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess they didn't have the VA then, huh?
I don't think so.
The
I
VA
don't
didn't.
think so.
The VA didn't exist then.
No.
So it started as a shelter. Is it just a homeless shelter for men, or do you house women and children also?
We're just set up to house men overnight, but we do feed women and children. We feed about 30 or 40 women each night. So we offer them a meal, and we offer them a social worker to work with them on whatever needs they have.
So how long do they stay when they come into Goodwill? How long?
Men typically stay for 30 days. We can extend that to 60 days or 90 days, depending on their need. But we're the only shelter in Newark that doesn't require ID.
That's what I was getting ready to ask
Right.
you. What are the
And
prerequisites
we
for
don't-
coming into the shelter?
We don't require any ID, and we don't require a welfare voucher. So those are two things that most shelters require.
They do.
Yeah. So, we don't charge for our services. We are, 98% funded by private donations, people who want to help people in need. So we don't have any charges for those services.
Okay, because most people are thinking, and most of my viewers probably think of the Goodwill as just, they donate their old clothes and
That's
furniture,
right.
and you can come and shop for clothes
That's right.
and furniture, but you have so many other services. So you
We do.
provide a shelter service. What about, do you do any consultations, like psychiatric consultations, or any other human services that you provide?
We have a caseworker, social worker, that works with our clients, and she looks to get them ID, a driver's license, Social Security, unemployment, those kinds of things. And so that's our connection to help them beyond giving them, shelter and food. We want to get them back on their feet.
Where do most of the men come from, though? Are they just people who have been out of work, or?
Most are from Essex County, northern New Jersey, and they've been out of work. It's been more and more men are especially in their 50s and 60s, are losing their jobs, and it's very difficult. The unemployment rate is so high, and jobs are just so scarce.
How many does it hold? How many?
Right now, we have a capacity of about 50 men each night.
So they just stay overnight, or they can stay for a long period of time? The longest you said is what, 60 days?
Well, yeah, generally it's 30 days at a time, and we extend that to 60 and sometimes to 90.
So where are you located?
We're at 79 University Avenue in Newark, New Jersey, 1 block from Broad Street Station.
Okay, I've noticed because I've driven down the street a couple of times, and I see a line outside. Is that where you feed? Are you doing, you feed then? Because I always see a line on the corner sometime. I don't know what day it is, but I've seen people lined up.
Well, yeah, generally around 3 o'clock, we open our doors for the evening, so people can come and register for the evening. If we have room, we'll let them in overnight.
And they can just come. So how many Goodwill missions are there around United
Well, that's a
States? Do
great
you know?
question. One of the confusing things is that we are the only Goodwill rescue mission. There's a Goodwill Industries.
Okay. Now, you're not affiliated
No, we're
with
not
Goodwill.
affiliated with
So
Goodwill
you're not
Industries.
affiliated with
Nope.
Goodwill Industries.
Nope.
What's the difference?
Well, we're a rescue mission. We're a men's shelter, and we, feed and we offer clothing and we offer shelter to men. Goodwill Industries is working with men to get them back to work and employment issues.
Okay. So do you give rental assistance? If someone came, if they needed rental assistance, do you do any of those type of services?
No, but we work with the social agencies to get vouchers and to get housing.
Okay. So tell us a little more about Goodwill that my viewers might not know about.
Well, we have a thrift store, you mentioned that, and that's right next door to our main building. And we take donations. We take furniture and appliances, clothing, household goods, those kind of things that, are in good working condition so we can sell
Are
them.
they tax deductible?
They are tax deductible.
Do you take cars also?
We do take cars. I just took one last week. A 1999 Audi station wagon, 180,000 miles.
Wow.
So we're going to be selling that.
So you get people to fix, you have someone
No,
to
we don't
fix
fix
up?
them. We just offer them as is, basically.
And they buy them, they can purchase them for you.
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
so your money goes to fund the shelter and to feed
It does.
and feed
It
the
does.
homeless.
It does. Yes.
So that's good to know. So all my viewers, you can come if you have anything. I have tons of things. Do you
That's
pick
right.
up?
That's right. We do pick up. We do pick up.
Do you pick
can
up?
call
Because I
us.
have tons of things. So that helps you with your funding.
That does.
So you
That
don't
does.
get any type of, do you get any type of government funding?
We do. We do get some money from the city of Newark. We just got $100,000 in a block grant to do some renovations to our dormitory. And we got some money from HUD a few years ago to also do some renovations. Our facilities are very old. And
Yeah, because how long has this mission been here?
these buildings are from about the 30s.
Okay.
And we just put a roof on this building that we're in today, and it was $23,000 just for the roof. So those are things that, nonprofits struggle with because we want to put our money into the program. We want to put our money into food and feeding and shelter, but we have to fix the roofs and we have to fix the bathrooms. And those kinds of things wear out because we have lots of people that stay here and use our services.
How's it been since, United States has been kind of in a crunch economically? So how have you been able to overcome that and survive through these hard times and help people who are going through hard times?
It's been difficult, and I know people are struggling, and our donations have been down, and we've had to cut services. We had a 12-month life change program for men who struggle with substance abuse, and we had to suspend that last May because we didn't have the resources to continue that. So we're really just hoping and praying that God would allow us to restart that program, because it really is the core program that we reach out and minister to men and help them with the things they struggle with.
Oh, so you had a substance abuse program also. What other programs do you have? Well, you said you had to cut that.
Yep, we had to cut that, and so we're now just doing our emergency services, shelter, feeding, clothing, to predominantly men.
Okay, and you feed every night, you said?
Every night, 365 days a year.
So can women come too? Can they
They
bring
can.
their children, women and children?
can come. We offer them a meal around 4 o'clock, so they can come and have dinner in our dining room.
Have you ever thought about putting housing for women or children?
We have. We're just about able to do 50 men. It is a matter of resources, and if we can get some more funding and some more money to do some renovations, we could probably think about opening up facilities of women, but right now, men is our focus.
So how can people donate?
They can go to our website, www.grmnewark.org. GRM stands for Goodwill Rescue Mission, Newark. And we have a donation there, or you can send us money here at 79 University Avenue, Newark, New Jersey, 07102. So those are two ways you can
Okay,
donate.
and then actually, then they can bring their belongings down, all
They
their
can.
old clothing, all
They
their old
can,
furniture,
yeah.
things that they don't need for you to resell. That helps you
That
go.
does
It
help us
helps-
very much.
So,
Or they can come down and buy something.
exactly. It's funny, I had a girlfriend years ago, she bought a beautiful oak bedroom set
There
from
are
here.
some wonderful things
She
that come
bought
through.
a beautiful oak bedroom set from here.
Yes. there are some very nice things that come through.
So that's good. So we need people to come and donate.
We do.
We need money, your tax deductible donations.
That's right.
We need clothing, we need furniture, and I know people, you have tons of clothing.
Spring cleaning, that's what it's all about, right?
And well, they have something, I know in the British, they do Boxing Day.
That's right.
And that's when they box things up and they donate. Because I didn't understand what Boxing Day was.
I thought it was like, fighting
and
boxing.
I was in London at the time, and it's a bigger holiday there than Christmas.
It is.
So that was like everything was closed. So I'm like, wow. And they said it's Boxing Day. So I was like, what is Boxing Day? And I like the boxing matches. So I thought I could go see a fight while I was there.
Right.
And I was like, no, it's like we do
you.
spring cleaning, and that's when we box everything up that we don't use anymore, and we give out to.
That's right.
They give, I guess, to Salvation
Maybe
Army.
we'll have a Boxing Day here in the
United States, just for
Goodwill.
Goodwill. Well, Goodwill should start a Boxing Day. Maybe
That's a
we
great
should have
idea.
a boxing month.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, that'll be another program you could work on, and then everybody could come, and then you can go and pick up their donations.
That's great.
That's great. But we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Hey, better watch Kim Corner. Don't you touch that down.
Growing up in these times, we as youth are so tired.
What are you tired of?
I'm tired of seeing rest in peace t-shirts.
I'm tired of being ignored. Tired of ignorance.
I'm tired of murders. I'm tired of murders. I'm tired of murders.
I'm tired of schools closing. Tired of the stereotypes.
Tired of the achievement gap.
I'm tired of no jobs.
I'm tired of people getting bullied.
How will you use your voice to help things get better in your community?
What will you use your power for?
And welcome back, and I'm here with Ron Schober, who is the Executive Director of the Goodwill Mission here in Newark, New Jersey. So tell us some other things that are going on with the mission.
We just visited the Newark Police Alliance. They are a group of clergy that meet and that work with the police department in Newark, and they do a wonderful job. They minister not only to crime victims and to people who are in need there, but they also work with hospitals too, and minister to people in hospitals. And we're not only about working with the poor, but we need help here ourselves from volunteers. And this group is a group that makes volunteering part of their agenda.
Okay.
So they are going to be a big asset to us. Many have already volunteered. We met with them last week, and they're going to be coming here and helping us do things. We need things like drivers
I was going
for
to
our
ask you,
trucks.
what type
I knew you were
of
gonna
work
ask me
would your volunteers do? What do you need your volunteers to do?
We need them to do just about anything. I mentioned earlier about the facilities here. We need repair work to be done, renovations, so men and women who are construction workers, electricians, plumbers, carpenters, all those trades are things that we need to have done here because we always have something that needs to be fixed. We need drivers for our trucks. We have 2 big box trucks, but you don't need a CDL license for them, so a regular license will do. And we just would like to have people come down and help us with driving and picking up things for donations.
What about inventory intake? Do you need people? Do they help with that also?
Not so much with that. We actually go to the food bank in Hillside to get food once a week and sometimes twice a week. So that's another area that we need drivers to help us with. But we are going to have a breakfast on May 18th, Saturday, at 9 o'clock to host for pastors and leaders to come and see Goodwill Rescue Mission. So that will be an event that we're sponsoring in about a month or so.
Okay, so where's that event gonna take place?
It's going to happen right here at the Mission, and we'll have a breakfast at 9, and then we'll have a tour, and we'll have questions and answers and just some information about
Is it a
what we do
fee for
here.
that? Is it a fundraiser?
I think we'll probably have an offering, but, free will offering, but there'll be no charge.
So when is the breakfast again?
May 18th,
May
Saturday
18th.
morning at 9 o'clock.
Okay. So what other things do we have going on here? And what other things do you need? What else can we do to reach out to people?
Well, we like to think about the holistic approach to what we do here and to our people that actually come beside us too. We think about the people that volunteer here, that work with us, to be involved spiritually, to be involved physically, and to be involved financially. So spiritually, you can pray for us. You can come and minister to the men here. You can come and churches come every night. We have a chapel every night. So churches provide chapel speakers for that. We also need physical help. And we talked about the volunteers. We talked about how we have over 300 volunteers.
Really? I was
that
going to
come
ask you
here-
how many volunteers do
That
you
come
have?
here every year and work with us. So that's the physical part of being here. And the financial part, obviously, you can help us because we do need money. We do need your support.
And those dollars that they give are tax deductible
We do
donations.
give a receipt for those dollars.
Do you have a
yes.
minimum donation or
No.
no? People can just give.
Give as you can. We have, people giving all ranges. So we'll take anything.
Interesting. So you said this one was started by Valentine.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. Interesting. And no other, this is the only Goodwill mission in the
Well,
northern New
there's,
Jersey?
we're part of the Association of Gospel Rescue Missions. In North America, there's over 250 gospel rescue missions, mostly in every urban city, some 2 and 3. There's some in New York City. There's probably 6 or 7 here in New Jersey. So we're part of that association, and we help each other with the kind of things that, we all do. So the shelter issues, the feeding issues. Most of the missions do some kind of substance abuse program. So we all kind of work together on that, and that's where we get our strength.
Okay, you can't get federal money to help you with the substance abuse program so you can reinstate it?
We're looking into that, yes, but, we're predominantly, we've been for many years privately funded in those
Okay,
areas.
so you've been privately, most of your donations come from private funds?
That's right.
Wow. That's good. And you get a lot of people to donate, corporations and?
Yes, corporate sponsors.
That's good. So tell us, is this the only Goodwill store that you have in Newark?
It is the only one. Apparently, we had 3 at one point. There was one in Linden, I think, and one in maybe Bloomfield. But those were closed long ago. This is the only one we have.
So this is the only store. And what kind of goods? I know you have clothing, but you take other things too.
We do. We take furniture. We have a lot of sofas. We have a lot of appliances that we're selling. We take just about anything.
So-
But it has to be in good shape. We have to be able to sell it. Sometimes we get things that are broken or stained, and we
You
really
can't
can't
really-
take
you
those.
can't take
We have
those.
to, throw them in our dumpster, and it costs us money to get rid of them then.
So what time is your store open? Is it open daily? Is it
It
open
opens
every
at
day?
10 o'clock every day but Monday and Sunday.
Oh, so you're closed on Sundays and Mondays?
That's right.
And you're open from 10 until what time?
10 until about 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
Okay. So they can go and they can shop clothing and, I
Yeah.
guess you take household,
Yep, dishes.
dishes, silver,
silver,
everything?
everything, yeah.
Blenders?
We'll have to give you a tour later.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, we're gonna go down and see what kind of
Bring your wallet.
goods that I don't need to take anything. I need to be giving.
All right, okay, well, that's all right, too.
I need to give. It's funny. I had that conversation with my mother, and she's like, "Ask them, do they come and get things?" Because between
She's
her
got a lot.
and myself,
Good,
oh my
good,
goodness, because we just people are hoarders.
I know,
And it's
I
funny, it's a
know,
show
I
that
know.
comes on called Hoarders, and
That's
I've
right.
watched that show, and it's
Some
like,
of them are pretty
wow,
bad.
it's really, it is really bad. And I don't know what it is with people, we like to hold on.
Maybe that's another thing we could do. We could, be the rescuing the hoarders.
Yeah, exactly. People like to hold on to things.
That's
You know,
right,
like me, I
that's
have
right.
clothing and I know that I will never get it again. I had this dream
That's right.
body that I had when I was 13 years old, and I think I'm going to fit into it. And it's not going to happen.
Somebody else will fit into
Get
it.
rid of it.
That's
Just get
right.
rid of it. And we
That's
tend
right.
to
Let it
hold
go.
things,
That's right.
and dishes and things you don't use, and it
That's
just
right.
stacks up.
Maybe
and
that
stacks
style will
up.
come back,
Yeah, and that's what you do. You say, this will come back in, and then when it comes back, it's like, see, I know I should have kept
That's
it.
right.
But how can you store all of these
That's
things?
right.
I have a
That's right.
storage bin one place. I have 5 storage places, bin someplace else, and I really need to go through it. So that's
All
good
right.
to know.
Well,
Well, we need
we'll
some
be
volunteers to
Down
come.
to your place next week.
And we need some volunteers. We're going to need about 10 trucks to come.
Come to Kim's house.
Come to my house, come to my storage places so we can get rid of some of these things.
Well, the money you could save on storage places, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I think the Boxing Day is a good idea, and maybe
gonna
we
work on
can
that.
help you do something,
We're
and we
gonna
can
work on that.
promote Boxing Day, and we'll have Goodwill Rescue Boxing Day.
Okay,
Yeah, because I just thought that was interesting.
that's a great idea.
It's a great idea. So what else do I need? What else do we need to know? You need my viewers to know about Goodwill.
Oh, what else can we tell you? We've talked about a lot today.
Yeah.
I think it just comes back to, you have some great viewers and, if they can just pray for us. That's our main number one request, that God would uphold us and God would restore some of the things that we've had to suspend and reduce. Because there's a need, there is lots of need, and we just want to meet however much we can.
Do you find out sometimes, do you get a large influx of men that come in at one time?
Well, it
Like
is,
around the
it is,
holidays
yeah,
or
it is
anything, do you
seasonal.
get a big-
When the weather gets nicer in the summer, we don't have as many people coming.
Because I
overnight.
guess they'll sleep
They'll sleep out,
outdoors
right.
or.
But
mhm.
if it's raining or cold, then our numbers go up. as
What
much
about
more.
during the holiday times around Christmas and New
Well,
Year's?
we actually do holiday meals. We do Thanksgiving and Christmas meals. But like I said, we feed every day. So
Now, who cooks your meals? Do volunteers cook, or you have a
we have a
staff?
We also have a great relationship with Star Academy in Broad Street.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
are
because they
trained
have a
commercial-
culinary. Yeah, they
do.
have a culinary
commercial
school now. Mm-hmm.
and professional cooking school. And each one of their students has to put 200
They do an
hours
externship.
of externships. Yeah, you know about that, right?
Wow, that's
So
great.
we've had probably 8 or 10 since we started that relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they've invited me to be on their advisory board, so I have part of that program to give them feedback. And it's just a wonderful blessing for us to have some new recipes come in, some new talent come in, and they just are a blessing to us to be here.
Okay, yeah, that's good because we met a girl. We did a show at a cupcake place one day, and they had an externist there. She was baking.
Did you have some
Yeah, she was
cupcakes?
baking. Yeah, I had some gold. They gave us some. Yeah, that put the other 20 pounds on me that you see now.
Forget about those dresses that you put in storage.
All right, so give us the information. Give us your location, your phone number. Where can people go if they want to donate, and how they can donate again?
Yes, we're at 79 University Avenue in Newark, New Jersey. Our phone number is 973-621-6950. And you can go to our website, www.grmnewark.org, and we have a donation section on that. You can see all about our programs there. And come down and visit us. We're always welcoming people to see what we do. Come down and volunteer. We have needs for drivers. We have needs for people who have technology backgrounds and computers. We have obviously needs for people who are handy, people who are in the construction trades. And we just love to have you come down and see what we're doing.
Okay. Well, it was so much a pleasure talking to you today, and I got to learn some things that I didn't know
That's
about.
right, that's right.
The Goodwill Rescue Mission. I knew about your store, though.
Okay,
And
all
I've
right.
been in your store. It's been a long time since I've been in there. And a lot of times I drive by and I say, I need this. I was like, no, I don't need to buy it. Not
That's
one
right,
thing,
that's
but
right.
I should
You're
donate.
gonna donate.
And
That's
donate
great.
to help
That's
the cause.
great.
So it was a
We'll
pleasure.
have our spring Boxing Day.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Boxing Day
All right.
event, and we'll come
That's
and film
right.
it and everything. That'll
We
be a
are.
great thing.
Fun.
But it was a
Fantastic.
pleasure having you on Kim's
Pleasure
Corner.
being here. Thank you
I
so
want to
much for
thank my
coming.
viewers for watching. I'll see you next time.
Fabulous.